Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, coming at you with round three. This is week 2 of season 3 of Grand Arena Championships. This is the final round. Won all my matches so far. Take a look at the board here, and I can show you how this round went down. It was pretty fun, I guess. So let's get into it, and I'm going to show you guys what kind of defenses my opponent laid out for me. Up top, he's got some Nightsisters, he's got First Order, and then he's got Django-led Bounty Hunters, but with Newt in there. So, I use my Imp Troopers on Bounty Hunters, and it's no problem. And I wondered if Newt would cause any kind of problem, but I decided to use my Imp Troopers anyway. And it really didn't make a difference. I mean, I kept waiting for, something to happen, but they still don't get to go. So it really makes no bit of difference. If anything, maybe it actually helped my cause because he dies, and that's an extra free death you get, which is going to load turn meter to the team, and then you get to kill him again. So not hard at all. Got a quick 60 on that. Got rid of them because I knew that's what I wanted to use there. But we're going to go ahead and go in the other zone. I'm going to show you what he's got waiting for me down south, because I know what I want to use there. I have an idea of what I'm going to use up top, but I really want to see what he's got in the back. So he's got a Grievous team, and then he's got Shock T clones. So I know this isn't anything new, and you guys have seen this type of matchup 100 times before. But I just take Bastille-led Jedi, a JKR team against the Grievous team. Follow the steps, open with Yoda's AoE, and then spread the buffs. Pops B2 out of stealth right away. Then I can direct focus him, get him out of the way. The reason I like Yoda to go first is then I don't have to worry about turn meter swapping and everything. And then as soon as Yoda goes and pops B2 out of stealth, Revan goes right after him, can mark B2, and then I get all the assist calls from Hermit Yoda, from Bastilla, from Jolie, all targeting Yoda to go attack B2. So I can usually get him out of the picture pretty early. And then I just got to wait for my direct focus to come back, and I can throw it on Grievous, and that's that. So you just kill time. You guys know this drill. You just kill time in between, waiting for Revan to get his direct focus back up. That way you can mark Grievous. I'm just going to knock some stacks off B1 when I get the chance. Try not to kill Magna Guard if I can help it, but Yoda does heavy damage anyway. There's not, you can't really ignore Magna Guard. He's got the taunt up, so there's that. He's gone. Grievous gets to go. But my guys are tanky enough now that they're all Gear 13. They can take a good hit from Grievous and still be okay. Now get the direct focus back up. Throw that on Grievous. I wish the AI would be smart enough to know the strategy and you could just hit auto, but it doesn't work that way. Take out Grievous. Keep focusing him down. Do as much damage as I can. This part takes a minute depending on how healthy their Grievous is. Just keep spreading the buffs around. Keep dogpiling on Grievous. Nothing else you can do really differently to speed things along. Throw some Master's Training over to Revan. Help out a little bit with the damage. Right there I used Bastilla's special to take the buffs off Droideka. That's one less thing I got to worry about doing later. And finally I can get a decent hit in with Yoda. Take Grievous out. Now I'm just going to work on these last two, getting them down. Got Droideka stunned. Spread some buffs around. Heal up. AoE to take off more stacks. And just start working on Droideka while I have the chance. So got him out of there. Now it's just B1, and that's no big deal. And there he goes. So I was able to get 57 banners off that. Not a problem. Now's that Shock T Clones team. I was wondering what I should use, and I went ahead and just used my Darth Revan team. I don't have my Fallen Bastille in there because I got her under EP if I wanted to use use that. I have her saved. You don't really need her for this. So I just threw in Sith Trooper. I got Malik in there. He's going to do a ton of the work with his life drain. And then the Sith Empire team in general is heavy damage. But you can see I just lost my Marauder there. You got to watch out for like Rex's hit Echo. High Relic Echo can be a nightmare. He can do a ton of damage. So you got to watch out for that. But I was able to get rid of Shaak Ti, start taking him down. Getting rid of fives takes a good while, but after he's gone, the rest of them kind of fall pretty easily. Having Zaris in there, I think that's, a bit of a hindrance, but nothing to really stop the team cold or anything. So I can take him out, lose a few people, not great banners, but 53. I got through it in one. I can see what's going on in the back, and then I can budget my remaining teams accordingly. So back in the back, he's got some Geos, and then he's got, looks like a Scoundrel tank team waiting for me. So not really faced one of those, but, we'll get back to that. Let's go ahead and take out these Nightsisters and First Order. For Nightsisters, I'll go ahead and use Padme. That's probably the safest bet. She's a really effective counter to this team, especially when they start putting high relics on the Nightsisters. Just because with Zaris and with also Shaak Ti in there and then Padme's special, you have a good amount of healing and you can keep that protection up so hopefully people don't die. And then of course Jedi Knight Anakin being Relic 7, he's going to be able to do a healthy amount of damage, especially with his AoE, and help clear the board. But with high Relic Nightsisters, you do have to watch out because they can do enough damage whenever that protection up is not there that they could start taking people out. It does take a minute to be able to get around taunt and to be able to focus your damage effectively to get the 2 free revives out of the way and take everybody else out. So work on taking out Zombie a bit, trying to get the taunt off there so I can go focus on someone else. Trying to pick, who should I kill? I get a death on Asajj right there. And I thought I was done. I thought I had 2 deaths. I, miscounted. You got to keep an eye on that because you don't want to kill somebody and waste all your effort. And then turns out, okay, that was just a free revive. And now you got to go kill somebody else, for real. I thought I had enough to where Daka would stay down, but I didn't. It doesn't matter. Padme is strong enough that, I can get the job done. But you can see that already it cost me my GK. They were able to focus him down and get him out. So you got to watch out. I mean, they can get you whenever you don't have that protection up. It's going to cost you banners if not the match. But I'm able to, now that the deaths are going to stick, start taking people out of the picture one by one. Got some courage here and there. As you can see, I lost Zaris, and it's like, man, these guys are hitting pretty hard. It's I don't think I'm gonna lose my team, but man, they're definitely knocking some banners off the board. I guess that's what decent relics on Nightsisters will get you. So now I just got Spirit and Zombie left to deal with. Got my Shaak Ti still. Got my Padme. Trying to figure out, I don't know what I was doing, but I got Anakin's AoE. Spirit keeps getting that foresight, which is a little bit annoying. I think I could have killed her right there, but I wanted to heal up, try and get any kind of banners back that I could. And there goes Zombie. So 51 banners, not pretty at all, but got it done. And then I got his First Order team. I wondered what I was going to use against him because there's several different counters to this team. And since I opened up the back and he didn't have his DR there, that leaves me free to disassemble my Grievous Nuke team and put BB-8 back with Resistance. And then JTR Resistance is a perfect counter to First Order. If it's been a minute since you've had to fight First Order, just remember, this is all Gear 12. Except for my R2 is Gear 13, Relic 1, I think. but all gear 12, and then he's got some gear 13s on his crew, and I think Fox gear 13. So I went ahead and took Fox out of the picture first. I don't want his damage ramping up, being able to start one-shotting characters. Took him out of the picture. The locked healing immunity that you get from resistance from Ray's special is pretty clutch to taking these guys out, since there's a lot of healing they get back every time they get status effects. Got to watch out for that. The healing immunity will help cut that down a bit. And so I'm just working on what can I do to stun and, you know, take out, like, old Kylo. He seemed pretty tenacious. It was hard to stun him. I want to take him and put him on the sideline so he doesn't feed turn meter to the team, because that's getting pretty annoying. Keep trying to stun him with Finn. Finally, I can land a stun on somebody. Now I just got crew Kylo and Stormtrooper left to deal with. And I just kind of juggle back and forth between them, trying to see, you know, put some exposes down. Use Holdo's AoE for the daze. That's pretty helpful. If you do have Holdo, she works good for that, being able to throw that daze on there. You can see I got most of them stunned. Keep trying to remove some turn meter. Working on Kylo. He's got that healing immunity on, so I'm trying to take advantage of that. Got him down to the yellow finally. Illuminated Destiny is nice. I don't know why I did the smoke screen, but, you know, it doesn't matter. Took out crew. Now I just got old Kylo and Stormtrooper left to deal with. Finally land a stun on him. Start taking him out, you know, when I can. They put down so many status effects that you do keep healing back. Keep healing the enemy. But again, that's why that locked healing immunity is perfect. Kind of really helps come into play. Because even though you're stunning and putting exposes and burning all that down that's healing them, the healing immunity will prevent that. And here I can finally take out old Kylo. Now it's just Stormtrooper to deal with. I use up my healing moves to try to make sure everybody's top back off. Get my 60 banners. You can see that move I did with Rey to take off turn meter actually healed up Stormtrooper a bit. Give everybody some turn meter, and there we go. 60 banners. Took out his FO. Not a big problem there. Now let me show you what he's got waiting for me in ships. Now this zone's done. You can see he's got his Akbar capital ship, which means Falcon fleet back there waiting on me, and that's fine. I saved my negotiator. Actually, I saved all my ships. I put down like my shittiest fleet with my leftover 4-star ships and everything. I figured if my opponent's going to get 60 banners, I might as well just hand him 66 and keep all my best fleet for offense. That way I don't have to worry about not being able to clear his fleet if he sets negotiator down. But he didn't. He put his rebel fleet down, and actually that makes it a little bit harder. You get less points, it seems like. I'll show you that in a minute, but for now let me show you this. You can see the Geos and my Traya team going against his Geos. I put my Fallen Bastila in just as the 5th on this team. Figured maybe her debuffs or her lightning will help, but she also gives that passive ability of extra defense and tenacity to your leader as long as it's Sith, which in this case is Traya. Traya can always use the extra defense just because they like to target her, and I don't want them taking her out of the picture pretty early. So right here I'm doing, you know, pretty good. It's going business as usual. Much better having her there. You can see there are all kinds of debuffed, and that means it's going to heal me up every time they attack. So all those debuffs do come in handy, and I'm able to start dropping them, you know, bit by bit. Got Annihilate up, and there we go. Done with all that. Got 58 banners off these Geos. That's fine enough for me. Here's that tank team that he's got. I didn't take a good look at it. It just seemed like an easy enough scoundrel team. There wasn't Nest in there to worry about. But dang, if there ain't enough tanks to bounce things back and forth. And then he's got the revive mechanics through Captain Han and Vandor Chewbacca that you got to watch out for. I went undermanned with my CLS. Took out Wampa, who I normally use. Probably could have used, something else. C-3PO or Wampa or something. But I wanted to do an underman just because. But you can see they've already bounced taunt kind of back and forth. That I got L3 down, but Vandor's prepared and just brought her right back. And he's still prepared. And now I got all these taunts that I got to watch out for. You dispel one, you got another. He's got Stormtrooper Han there. L3's got taunt. Like I said, Vandor's still prepared, so I can't get to Captain Han to take him out. So I could see while this match is going on, even though my CLS team is pretty stout, I got a Relic 7 on my Han. I think at lock I was Relic 2 on Chewie. My CLS is Relic 1, and then Chopper's just G12. But with all the damage that I have on this team, and as good as they are, I could definitely see how this team could kind of time you out, bouncing back and forth. Thankfully, Chewie's AoE helps get rid of some buffs, and I can go after Vandor, get him out of the picture. Got to watch out, though. I'm trying to get over to Captain Han. That way I can take him out and not have to worry about him bringing Vandor back, because then that would start the whole thing over again. So I got rid of L3, got rid of Stormtrooper Han. Now I can go after Captain Han. Got rid of him. Now it's just the Clone Wars Chewbacca. And I can take him out pretty easily since he can't really bring anyone else back or do anything. So that was the end of that. Cleared that out, and now it's just ships to deal with. And I'm not going to go ahead and show the whole ship battle here, because punching through a regular Falcon fleet when you already have Negotiator is really easy. Except it does cost you on some banners. I got 56 banners off that. I mean, it was a sure win, but definitely cost you a little bit of banners to get through it. So 56 banners for his ships. At the same time I was attacking him, he was also attacking me, so that was pretty nice. I like seeing every time I dropped a zone, I would look over and he's dropped some characters and he's making progress on my stuff. And unfortunately, I didn't get to stick around. I like to watch that when my opponent goes and see what they fight and see if they drop a battle. To me, that's kind of exciting. I like to see that. And I'm doing the math to see if they mess up or maybe they're going to time out and what all. But I had a Sith raid going on, and I wanted to get to that and not miss out on my window. So I ended up having to stop watching what he was doing. I did my part, cleared the board, and got 1908 there. And that was about as good as I can do. Couldn't really do anything else different at the time. So I did what I could do, and I figured hopefully I set a high enough bar that he's going to struggle a bit and maybe lose some banners on some of the teams that I've set out. And I'll pop back to it when he's all done, and we'll see, what's what. So here you go. After a while, I came back. After I was done doing my teams in the Sith raid, come back to a cleared off board, and he got 1894. So my 1908 to his 1894, and that's it. He dropped one battle on one team, and because he dropped that battle, that was all I needed to be able to get the win. So it worked out. Won this week, undefeated, and we'll see you guys in a couple days for the next go-around. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below. and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.